Hello, wonderful people. Thank you so much for having me again. I'm really happy to be on your screen. So today we are going to talk about the 5 things that people believe because they possess one, two, or all of them, they should get their visas approved, or it should guarantee their visa approval. But in reality, it goes beyond that. So sit back, let's explore that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do so. Click on the notification bell so that anytime we post, you get alert of that. If you haven't also followed me on TikTok, kindly go and follow me. I do have mock sessions or interview sessions or question and answer sessions every single day. Yes, so go and follow me on TikTok as well. The same name I have here, Fela GHTV, that's the same name I use also on TikTok. So go and follow me and let's make our American dream a reality. Now, this is a big disclaimer. I am not an attorney. I am not a visa agent. This is what I've gone through personally, and I share with you my experience. I am not an agent, neither am I a visa attorney. Okay, so guys, let's jump into it. So the first thing that people believe because they possess that it should guarantee their visa is getting admission to a very known school, or let me put it that a very popular school. Many people do believe that, oh, because they got admission to Yale or Brown University or, Oxford or Stanford, these big, you know the schools already. Because they got admission to one of these schools, it may not be even these big schools as we know, but some schools are very popular than the others. So many people believe because they got admission to those schools, then the visa officer should know that, oh, he's going to this school, yes. I should just approve his or her visa for him or her to go to this very big school. But in reality, it actually goes beyond that. Yes, having a big school is a positive thing. We always preach for that. But then that necessarily does not guarantee your visa. Yes, you may have got admission to Oxford University, to Brown University. It is about time you come and defend why you really deserve admission to or you deserve a visa to go to Oxford University. You can't tell me you got admission to Oxford and you come and they ask you a simple question like, tell me about your school, and you don't even know anything about your school. But then you have gained admission to Oxford. Like, how is that going to be believable for the visa officer to believe you and issue to you your visa? So getting admission to a very known school, a very big school, a very popular school does not necessarily guarantee your visa. You need to go there and defend why you really need a visa to go to your big school you gain admission to, whether you're Oxford or you're Brown or Chicago State or any other big school. Go and defend that. So just getting admission to a big school does not guarantee that you get a visa to come to the States. Okay, so the second point I would want to talk about is having a travel history or having a travel records. I remember one day one lady joined my TikTok live, and she was really furious that she doesn't understand why her brother got denied, because her brother has visited France, and I think there was another country in Europe, Netherlands. Yeah, France and Netherlands. And her brother is back in Ghana and went for the student visa at the American embassy, and the brother was denied. And she didn't really understand why her brother would have all these travel records and still get denied. And my issue is that just going to France, going to the Netherlands does not guarantee that your visa will be approved. France is totally different from the US. Canada is totally different from the US, Spain, UK, or Australia. All these countries are totally different from the US. And the opportunities available there are different from the opportunities available in the States. And the rules or regulations or laws in those countries are totally different. So just going to France, going to Spain, and going back to your home country will not necessarily guarantee that when you go to the embassy for F1 visa to come to the States, it will be easy for you. No. You should prepare just like anybody will prepare your funding story, prepare the reason why you need to study this program in the States. You should prepare just like any other student will prepare. Just going to Canada, going to France, going to UK, and going back to your home country does not guarantee that going for F1 visa will be easy for you, because opportunities, laws, regulations, and everything in the US is totally different from any other country. So don't think that, oh, because I've gone to France, yes, it's very okay for you to have a good record, because it may speak for you that yes, you have this intention for only going to study and coming back. But the visa is not only built around this issue. There are many things that go into getting your F1 student visa approved. So please, if you have a travel record, that's a very positive one. Do not depend on that. Put in effort just like any other student and your visa will be approved. If it depends solely on the fact that you have a good travel history and because of that your visa will be approved, I'm sorry, in Chi we say ubedu dokunokwa. Please don't be disappointed. That alone cannot guarantee your F1 visa approval. Okay, so the third point I would want to talk about is having a scholarship. In this sense, it could be a fully funded scholarship, it could be a partial scholarship. All scholarships be scholarships. So many people who do get scholarship, especially those who get fully funded scholarship, believe that because they have that package, then of course their visa is approved already. I mean, yes, I mean, we do really, especially on my platform, both on TikTok and on YouTube, I really do advocate for people getting scholarship, especially if it's fully funded scholarship, hallelujah. If not, at least get some huge portion of your tuition taken away by scholarships. I really, really advocate for that. But getting this, even though it might have done a percentage of your work for you, maybe a 60% or 70% of your total work for you, that does not necessarily guarantee that your visa is going to be approved. Because you still have a lot of things to cover. Like, why do you really want to study this program in the States? You still have to talk about that. Your postgraduate plan is still there. So getting a scholarship does not say, oh, and because he has a scholarship, you go and come back. No, it doesn't deal with that aspect. You get it? Or does he really deserve to do this program in the States? Just having a scholarship does not really guarantee you that. So you can see that the scholarship only takes the portion of your tuition or your finances. It takes that aspect out. But apart from the financial aspect, all other aspects still remain the same. So having a fully funded scholarship, yes, I mean, that is a very good thing. And I really advocate for that. I pray everyone gets some level of scholarship. But then having that alone does not guarantee that your visa will be approved. Still put in the work. Practice like you haven't got anything. Put in the work like you have 50,000 deficit to pay, and go in, execute it, explain why you really need to do this, explain how you got the scholarship, and why you really need to come to the state. Like, link yourself back home, especially if you have a fully funded scholarship. Link yourself back home. Let us know that after studying this, you come back to your home country, and have a good reason to tell when you're being asked how you discovered this scholarship or how you got this huge scholarship. And doing this and tackling all the other aspects, then yes, your visa will be approved. But just having a fully funded scholarship or having that huge partial scholarship does not necessarily guarantee your F1 visa approval. Okay, so the fourth point I'm going to talk about is having a huge bank statement. Have you seen the way I took my time to say that? Yes. Many people who come with 50,000 deficit, 70,000 deficit, believe that because they have a huge bank statement like $200,000 or $250,000, $180,000 in their bank account or in their father's bank statement, then that should guarantee their visas. My brother, my sister, that cannot guarantee your visa. On my platform, I really do advocate for people getting a very little or a very minimal deficit, or having some scholarships to reduce their total cost of attendance. But many people who come with 70,000 and 50,000 and 49 and the 60,000, I mean, just because they have a huge bank statement, they believe that should be able to convince the visa officer, oh yeah, I mean, he has $80,000 to pay and his father has $200,000, so that's just enough, let me allow him go. That does not guarantee your visa. So please work on getting some scholarships, work on applying to a relatively lower tuition fee schools, work on getting some assistantships to reduce your costs. Don't just depend on your bank statement because you have a huge balance in there. Having a huge bank balance whilst you have $80,000 to pay does not, I mean, it doesn't speak much about you on that. You get it? So work on getting a relatively lower tuition fee, work on getting some scholarships, work on getting some fellowships or some assistantships to bring your costs down. Don't go for 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 deficit and believe that just because you have $220,000 in your bank statement, that should be enough to convince the visa officer that yes, he can actually pay his fees, or will solve all the other areas for you going in for the visa interview. So please work on getting a relatively lower tuition fee or a relatively lower deficit so that you can support the rest with your bank statement. Don't go for a huge deficit and believe that your father's big bank statement balance is enough to defend you and get your visa approved. It doesn't guarantee your visa approval. So the fifth and the final point I want to talk about is documents. Documents. And let me say that again, documents. Many people don't believe that going in for F1 visa at the American Embassy is all about piling up documents. Documents are very, very important. There's no doubt about that. I always advocate for this, that when you're going in for the interview, every single thing you believe can help you at the interview room, take it along. whether your bank statement, your birth certificate, your WASI certificate, your transcript, your test score result, every single thing, your employment letter, your every single thing you believe can impact your interview, take it along. But then, like I always say, this is not a documents presentation. It is not a Canada school application that you only have to sit home, upload documents, and wait for a response. It doesn't happen like that. The US Embassy or the US route, you would have to go and defend why you really deserve a visa to go. If you have a bank statement of, 250,000, whatever, come and defend it. If you have a fully funded scholarship, come and defend it. If you're a genuine student, come and defend it. Every single thing you have, come and defend that. And please do not go and be throwing your documents or be bombarding the officer with your documents. Take this, take this. No. If the visa officer wants to know about it, he will ask for it. So every single thing you believe can positively impact your visa, take it along. No matter if it's your marriage certificate, if it is your birth certificate, if it's your transcript, your own CV, like every single thing, take it along. If you go and there's a need for the visa officer to see that, he will see that or he will request for it. But don't go and be throwing your documents on the visa officer and believe that just bombarding the visa officer with your documents can approve your visa or will guarantee your visa approval. It doesn't guarantee your visa approval. It's an interview. It's an interview, not a documents presentation. If you believe in your documents so much, then maybe you should think about maybe applying to Canada and not the US. You get it? Because the US, no matter the scholarship you got, no matter your deficit, no matter your bank statement, no matter your identity, you will still go in for interview and your fate will be determined on that very day. So yes, having all the documents is very good, but don't think that because you have the documents then your visa should be approved. Or because I have bank statement, I have my I-20, I have my test score result, I have this, then my visa is guaranteed. It doesn't guarantee your visa. Go and defend why you have all those documents. If it's your bank statement, go and defend it. If it's your I-20, go and defend it. If it's your own transcript, go and defend it. If the visa officer needs to know it or wants to know it or wants to see it, he will request for it. So just having all the documents in your file does not guarantee your visa approval. So guys, these are the 5 key things that people misconstrue, believing that because they have them or they possess them, it should guarantee their visas, but in reality, they do not. Thank you so much for having me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do so. Go and watch other videos I've made on this channel. Go on TikTok, go and follow me, the same name, PhilaGHTV. I've got amazing content on my TikTok page. I do have mock sessions and question and answer sessions almost every single day. There's a WhatsApp group also. The link is under my bio on TikTok. Go and click on it. Go and join or request to join the WhatsApp group. So far, there are more than 4,000 people in my community and they are learning amazing things that is positively impacting their visa approval. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. I really appreciate it and I can't wait to see you in another video. Bye.